always, I am Crazy Carl Winter here with Andy Culpepper, the man who's ruining pre-modern with Replenish Control. How are you doing, Andy?
Hey Carl, how's it going? Guilty as charged, I suppose. I'm doing my best.
Yep, it's working out. It's working out. We have another match from the 1K we played a couple weeks ago. No, a couple weeks ago. Last week. Oof, man, time flies, doesn't it? I guess it's just in that kind of week. But we got a sweet match versus a Turbo Oath Upheaval Black Vice thing and our own Ben Lander's Landstill list. So we'll look at let's look at yeah, we'll look at the upheaval list. That's a more interesting one. So looking at it, Andy had noted that this is the first time he'd seen it since the event, and it is wild. What are your thoughts on this deck, Andy?
Yeah, this deck was absolutely insane. This is the mythical Turbo Upheaval, but it actually did really well. It crushed everyone in the tournament. It came in first after Swiss, and then we chopped
Mm-hmm.
the top four.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this deck was wild. I think it's actually really close to something that Phil Wen actually brewed up.
Mm-hmm.
He played it in the Fall Brawl, I believe. So I'm
Mm,
not sure if that's where he got the inspiration from, but it's
possibly.
pretty similar to Phil's list.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
it's
just like
that's
yeah,
interesting.
exploration,
Mm-hmm.
turn one, like just dump out a bunch of lands, the
Mm-hmm.
ports and wastelands, keep your opponent restricted on mana, then you get the Horn of Greed combo going with exploration and
Mm-hmm.
undiscovered paradises and just start drawing through your deck and
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
crazy
it's
things happen once
yeah, it's
in the
very
late game with
strong.
the upheaval and the yeah.
Yeah, I played Drew round one, and I had a rough match because game one he started with a Black Vice, and I couldn't get two lands out because he kept on wastelanding me, so I just died to Black Vice.
hmm Yeah, I
But
was next to you and I think it was like triple wasteland right off
yes,
the
it was.
bat.
It was
Yeah,
triple wasteland. It
that was
was really
brutal.
really unfortunate. But
Yeah.
yeah, then the game two I had like a bunch of meddling mages, but like I had to deal with Upheaval, I had to deal with Shard Phoenix and Oath of Druids. It was just a lot, so it was a very very strong deck. Let's take a look at
hmm
Ben's Landstill. Unfortunately, we don't have the deck pick for Drew, but we will have Ben's put up in a moment. And it's a pretty standard Landstill list, notably lacking Replenish and Parallax Wave, Tide, and Opalescence.
Yeah, you got to work on that, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get
Mm-hmm.
with the times.
It's got
He's
the
got a
full.
lot of counter magic though. He's got
Mm-hmm.
four counterspell, three mana leak, two prohibit.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty healthy counter suite.
No doubt. He was debating putting in a forbid at the beginning of the tournament, and I think he ended up settling on
Hmm.
the Phyrexian Furnace that you see here. Um, and yeah, it's a beautiful list. He recently upgraded to foil at Darker Wastes. I don't know why he would have done that, but that's just the thing that happened, and they look really nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I like the old Ice Age ones too, but yeah, these are definitely flashy.
they're really pretty. They're really pretty. All right, let's see if we get into this match. We got Ben on the left and Drew on the right. Looking like they're going to keep their opening hands. I'm trying to get glimpses at their hands. Oh, Dust Bowl is a good one to have against Landstill. Okay, so Ben's
Definitely.
sitting his
Oh, looks like
back.
Ben's sending his back.
See an
Rocking the nice
exploration.
Impulse Crew playmat there.
Yep, yep. His is still clean somehow. Mine is starting to get like dirt marks on
Mm,
it. But they wash up pretty well.
yeah,
They're machine washable. So
sure.
so something you'll notice is I saw Drew had an exploration in hand, and it's a proxy, and this was a 10 proxy event. Um, I don't. We might just move to full proxy. I don't know. It's kind of up to Ricky, the owner of DMG. But shout out to DMG for running such a good event.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, Ben
These
is down to
both
five.
events I've been to there have been great
Yeah, yeah, running well and go pretty quick, and we had a good time. So Ben is down to five. That is not
for
where you want to
sure.
be. That's it. It is where you want to be against the Black Vice deck. So maybe this is just some
That's true.
heads
Yeah,
up next level play from
I
Ben.
I almost strategically mulliganed against the Black Vice, and I didn't, and I kept a decent seven, and I lost to Black Vice. So
Mm-hmm. Yep,
I
that'll
should have just
happen.
mulled the five right off the bat.
Yep, that'll do it. So Drew is looking for. I mean, Turn One Black Vice is going to be really strong against land still, but I mean, Exploration is great to
hmm
get into Horner Greed. I think probably the must counters for Ben are Horner Greed and obviously like Upheaval, but I don't know how much he cares.
hmm
I guess he cares about Black Vice, but he has disenchant effects in his deck. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. There's ways of getting around it.
yeah. Drew testing
Um,
the water to see if Ben is going to keep his five.
Yeah, I think keeping the draw engine off. I mean, it is tempting to let a Horn of Greed resolve out of Landstill because you get to draw cards too, but I
Mm-hmm.
think
Oh yeah, the
just
exploration is
keeping
just not
that.
even close to fair. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay, turn on
Oath
the
isn't going
furnace
to do
is nice.
much in this matchup, at least.
No, it would be mostly useless. Yeah. Exploration and device. Very
Okay.
good. Ben's mulliganing,
Already played
serving him
around it.
well. Yep, no damage. Love to
Yeah.
see it. Love to see it. Looks like Ben's got some counters in hand, but he kept a one lander. I guess that's what you do when you mull to five. You've got really not a lot of a choice. I mean, he's
Mm.
got the furnace. Problem is, there's nothing
Yeah.
to sack it to. So,
Hit with it yet. Yeah. He's probably just hoping to cycle that as quickly as possible.
mm-hmm. Draws the second exploration. Looks like he's hiding that dust bowl because he had his first land drop. Okay, there we go. Second land drop, and he doesn't have a
Okay.
third. But this
That's going
is
to be pretty
gonna,
brutal,
yeah, it's gonna not
especially
be
if,
good for Ben.
yeah.
Hey man, the upside Drew has no action in his hand, but downside is Ben
Okay.
will start choking on that vice. Um,
Yeah, that is the one thing I noticed against the Upheaval deck, like in my game one against him. Like he just kind of, I countered a few of the key spells and he kind of just never drew anything good. So there
right.
is a lot of air in the deck, I guess.
Yeah, I mean you got a lot of cards that are good with each other, but not so great on their own.
Mm-hmm. That's
Drew,
true.
Drew taking the risk of hitting Teferi's response. See if Ben has it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he doesn't have it in his deck list, so it's
Main
not
deck?
gonna happen.
Nah. Yeah. I've seen people play it main deck.
I would very much consider it nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I guess he's keeping the furnace around. I would
Okay.
consider sacking it to draw there, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess maybe he's seen the deck in action, knows it's a guy's blessing deck, so maybe there could be some utility for having the furnace around, but
Yeah, that is pretty heads up. All right, so I think he's got a cycle here, right? Like,
I definitely would, yeah.
okay, nope, he just chokes on the vice. But he's got
Okay.
another Mishra's. Very nice, very nice. The
Okay. Yeah.
26 land deck coming in clutch.
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't count how many lands Drew's deck had. Let's see here. We've got 7, 13, 17, 18, 30. That's a lot.
30. That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that is where you
Makes
get the fail state of kind of
mm-hmm.
drawing nothing but lands, but
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be
you
pretty
definitely
good
want
for
to have a
this
lot.
Dust Bowl though.
Yeah, for sure.
I see a disenchant Ben's hand. I don't know. I think Ben's gonna be kind of out of this. He's not gonna hit two lands. Like it's just not
Yeah.
gonna happen.
No, he really can't like hit his own Dust Bowl and take care of the Dust Bowl because he's just not going to
Oh,
get enough lands in play.
Drew did not Dust Bowl the Mishras. That's an interesting choice. That opens up Ben to Seal Cleansing. And did he have Disenchant as well? I think he did. Oh no, he's not playing
Hmm.
Disenchant main. Oh yes, he's got two
Yeah,
Disenchants main. Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
I would have gone for it there on the Vice probably if I had it.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That's Horn of Greed. Okay.
This could be even scarier.
Yeah, Drew's got his draw engine online. The Undiscovered Paradise is a land that taps for any color of mana, bounces back to your hand at the
Yep.
beginning of your upkeep, and with that Horn of Greed, you'll draw a land for each, or draw a card for each land you play. So Drew's got a nice draw engine
Yeah,
going. Ben hit a Plains, which is nice. I thought I saw a
that's good.
Disenchant in his hand, but I must have misspotted.
Okay, I forget what edition he plays. Does he play masks or
Yeah,
like mask
he's
foil?
playing Mass
Yeah.
Foil at the moment. Yeah. Oh, it was Sword Splashers.
Hmm.
That's what I saw. Drew does
Okay.
not have a fourth land here. That is kind of
Okay.
wild.
That's
Uh,
something. Yeah.
and he casts something off camera. I can't tell what it is.
Maybe an oath.
I think it might
Not
be an oath. Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I see it. 2 mana. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking it might be an exploration now. Yeah, I think
Hmm.
you're right. It's an oath. Spin goes to discard. Oof. Yep, choking on the vice. Shout out to Drew's vices though. They're
Ouch.
really pretty. He said he got them at a
Yeah,
really good
yeah.
price. Oh
Oh,
boy, yeah.
sweet.
And here it goes. Here it goes. Land
Oh
one, land
man.
two,
Yeah, the mana
land
denial
three.
lands are just so OP with exploration because like you're not
Mm-hmm.
supposed to have Dust Bowl online until turn 4, but here he was already
Right.
like
Yeah.
turn 3. I think he was activating
Yeah.
already.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I see the Summer Bloom in his hand. It's a sorcery, lets him play 3 extra lands. He cast that against me with
Hmm.
2 Horned Greeds in play. It was something
Mm.
else. Something else. Another exploration. Okay.
Yeah, looks like Summer Bloom is a one
Wastelands.
of in his list.
That's a nice
Yeah,
one of. I like that. That's a sweet card.
definitely. Yeah, yeah. Don't need too many.
Yep. He's got the port for the planes, and Ben is continuing to choke on the Vice. Drew not giving him an option to play any of his cards out. Wisely either Dust Bowling or Wastelanding
Yeah.
his non-basics and then porting down the basic on his upkeep. And yeah, I'm gonna say it's a foregone conclusion. But
Yeah.
I mean, Ben has to hit 2 mana sources to even have a
It
shot
looks
to
pretty
disenchant.
over, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
his hand looks great. We got Foil Mana Leak, Beta Counterspell. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a
Oh
gorgeous hand.
yeah. He's always on point.
Mm-hmm. Lightning Plains looks great. And you know what? Ben gets to spend more time looking at the cards in his hand. That's pretty sweet.
Oh
And he
yeah.
packs it in. Yeah.
That's a yeah. That's one of the greatest joys of pre-modern.
Yep. Yep. All right. Heading into game 2, presuming Ben is going to be on the play. Like Drew's got some lands, and I could not see anything else. Let's see if Ben can manage to not mulligan. I think he said he mulliganed in almost every single game he played to this event. So yeah, there's a mull to 6. Yep.
That's rough. Okay.
Oh, I see an
Little
Exalted
insurance
Angel.
against
That's
Vice.
interesting. So do you think Drew
Okay.
would board out his oaths against Landstill? I'm thinking he would.
I think he would, yeah. I mean, Decree, like, eventually Land still has to play a creature because if with the Ports and Wastelands, like, you're going to keep them off the manland plan.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, eventually they will have to Decree. So maybe depends on what he had to bring in, but
Yeah, they can
both
hold the
could be
decree
decent.
until they have a disenchant effect though, right? So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't seem like a great draw. But as I mentioned earlier, Ben has the Exalted Angel in his hand, which I am very excited to see.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Definitely.
such a good card. It's so good.
Yeah, I saw those doing work for him in other matchups too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he cracked in for 4 and gained a lot of life many, many times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, land number 3. Is he going to toss it down? No, he does not. Okay, probably wise. I mean, you want to keep
Oh,
counter mana open for a potential Horn of Greed on turn
yeah,
3, right?
makes sense.
Yep. Right, spins. Do not see.
So this is an
Okay,
impulse
one
mirror. Yeah,
second.
Drew is playing
Yeah.
4 impulse. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. It's very nice.
Love to see it.
Yep. Coastal Tower. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah. Drew's got a really stacked hand. He's got Upheaval. He's got Undiscovered
Okay.
Paradise. Schadenport.
Yeah, the upheaval is a killer, man. Like once you feel
Mm-hmm.
like you've got things under control, like you countered the Horn of Greeds and stuff, and then
Mm-hmm. Upheaval. Float 3
that's
mana. Play
just
3 Black Vices.
yeah.
Pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an Exploration. I don't think Ben tries to counter that. Like as tempting as it is, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I know Horn of Greed is
Yeah.
probably the thing you want to
It's
go
just
for,
not
but
that scary on its own. I mean, it's scary
mm,
with upheaval, but it's
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so since the guy's blessing out, I don't see anything. Okay, so Ben's got a counter spell, but he's on 2 blue. He's got the Exalted Angel. Looks like a Decree in his hand, and then some other cards I can't identify. So interesting that Drew's gonna
Hmm.
have to use Undiscovered Paradise to port here, but he's got Exploration, so it doesn't really matter.
Hmm. Right, doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and any mana leaks Ben has in hand are probably starting to
Look
look not
real
so great in the
bad.
near
Yep.
future.
Mm-hmm. This mana denial strategy is real strong against the mana hungry
It
Landstill
really
deck.
is, yeah.
Nice
Okay,
and
he's got the
null. Yeah,
null
null's a
there.
good sideboard option there.
Yeah.
Done porting and goes to the wasteland. And I think he's got a second land drop here. Yes, a Dust
Yeah.
Bowl.
Good old dust ball.
Let's consult the deck list. How many basics does Ben play? He plays 9, 5 islands and 4 plains. Oh,
Okay.
and he's got
Plus the 4 flooded strands
yeah, and he's
to
got the flush.
search it.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So he's
Yeah.
got a
Yeah.
reasonable number of basics. So it's just a matter of hitting
Yeah.
them, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where port becomes really brutal, just being able to hit those basics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's sad is I think I convinced Ben to take the tap freeze response that wasn't his sideboard out.
Hmm.
So sorry, Ben. Yeah, there we
Bad
go.
influence.
3
Okay,
mana, Gray
finally.
Ogre. Let's go.
Yeah. He will be able to morph that next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Or unmorph. Is it morph or unmorph when you flip it up
You
right side
play
up?
it with Morph and then you unmorph it, I think, yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
That said, he's Dust Bold, so Ben is gonna have to hit a land
Ah,
and keep it in play. That's the Black Vice. You know
All
what
right.
races Black Vice real well? Morphed Exhausted Angel. Or
Altered
Unmorphed Exhausted
Angel,
Angel.
yeah. Get the job done. Okay, so he's got looks like 5 cards in hand. He takes one.
Mhm. See if he can draw like a Flooded Strain. Oh, nice. Basic Island. Perfect. Just what he wants to
Very
see.
nice. Oh, another one.
That is a lot of Exalted Angels. I would be very sad for Ben if Shark Phoenix came into play right now.
Yeah,
The,
maybe he kept it in just a hard cast.
right? I think I saw a Naturalize there in Sand. Oh, is he going to go for the Upheaval? Interesting. That's probably not a bad choice. So, I don't know if it still
Yeah.
works this way, but back in the day, you used to be able to choose which land drop you were using for your exploration. So, exploration lets you play an extra land. You could
Hmm.
choose to use the extra land drop or your normal land drop. I don't know if that's still a rule. I'll have to check on that. But a
Oh, is that
thing,
right?
yeah, a thing notably that Drew could
Yeah.
do in this situation is if he can do that, he chooses to play his first land, or his first land as the exploration land drop, casts Upheaval,
Hmm.
then uses his normal land drop to play the forest. But I don't know that that's how it works
Mm.
anymore. If it does work that way, great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't
I'm
matter
not
anymore.
sure. I know the rule changed that like now when if you replay the exploration, I think it still
Oh, it keeps track of
tracks
how many lands
like
you play. Interesting.
it.
That was not how it used to work.
Okay, yeah, I think that's the rule that changed. I know something changed.
Wild. All right, so we got the Upheaval
Yeah.
into the
Okay.
exploration Black Vice. Ben's got like 12
Yeah,
cards in his
that's
hand.
yeah.
Drew discards. Teferi's Response. That's a
Oh, he had his
nice
own.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Ben doing the counting to see how much damage he's going to take. And this is going to be a tough one to get out
Hmm.
of. So we know that Drew's got the port. Ben does have all the basics, but I mean, he's going to have to discard a lot of gas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a guaranteed 3 more damage next turn, 3
Mm-hmm.
the turn after that, probably.
Mm-hmm. Almost certainly, yeah. Unless Ben gets lucky and draws a disenchant effect.
Yeah.
I mean, that angel's not coming down for another 3 turns if that port is out. Like, he's got to get to the fourth
Right.
land, then play it, then on more. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, playing mana intensive creatures doesn't seem like a very good
Oof.
idea. I don't know why he's doing that. Couldn't be that somebody just
So,
completely misread this event and had no idea it was going to be played.
it's funny. Yeah, it was a weird weird selection of decks.
Very much so. Very much so. I was expecting to
The
see
top
like some
four,
burn and stuff like that, but nope.
yeah, I was afraid of Burn and Dreadnought.
Mm-hmm.
Top
Nope.
four ended up being blue-white decks and the guy that beat all the blue-white decks.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. His deck was set up very well to deal with the blue white decks for
Yeah.
sure. Let's go for the Guy's Blessing. Upheaval, Horn of Greed, and Guy's Blessing. It's pretty sweet. I remember one of the earlier things I noticed when I started playing Magic, when I started like understanding how deck building and stuff work,
Mhm.
I was enamored at first with Felden's King. So I'm like, oh, you get to recycle your deck and you do things all over again. But
Oh
then
yeah, that was broken.
but then I was introduced to Guy's Blessing. I'm like, wait, I was like, wait, if you play more than one of these, you can just play forever.
Oh yeah. And the synergy with Oath when that came out, that was
Mm-hmm.
so
I
sweet.
had no idea about that for a long time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right, so we got the port. Oof. All right.
Yeah, back in the day, a lot of games came down to just like who has more cards in their deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
there was so many grindy blue controlled mirrors and stuff like that.
Yep. Those were the days when blue cards were the only ones that really mattered.
Hmm.
Bet Drew's feeling real silly with that naturalize in his hand, huh?
Mm. Yeah, I'm not sure what he brought that in for exactly.
Maybe.
Humility
Yeah, it
doesn't
doesn't
seem
do
like it affects
anything.
him that much.
Nope.
Maybe like graveyard hate. I don't know.
Yeah, furnace or something like that might be. Maybe. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless I'm completely misidentifying the card in his hand, but I'm pretty sure it's a naturalize.
Hmm.
Yeah, check his deck list. Yeah, he's got naturalizes in his board. And a plow under.
Yeah.
Oof, man, that's some sweet
You
cards
brought
this
that in
game.
against me and got me with it.
Yeah, that's real good. That's
When
real
you're
good.
yeah, when you're under a vice already, like you're digging for a seal cleansing or something. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
All right, got
nasty.
the impulse. So, all right, just doing some quick math. Ben takes 3 next turn, going to 7. Plays his 4th land, plays Angel. So he goes down to 5 cards in hand. Takes 1 damage next turn, going to 6. He might be completely out of it.
Yeah, assuming I didn't see if he discarded. It looks like he discarded one planes at least.
He
I hope he has
did. I hope he kept a
another
second. Yeah, it
one.
looks
Yeah.
like he's got 2. Looks like he's got 2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so got the morph. Drew brings back his Unscared Paradise. No Horn of
So
Greed.
Drew has no Horn of Greed in play, so that's one good thing at least.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And oh, disenchant on the
Okay.
Vice. Okay, yeah,
That's
seems
good. That takes the
pretty
pressure
good
off.
for sure. So he's still gonna take some damage,
Hmm.
but that's nice. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna
so
buy him a lot
theoretically
of
he could
time.
stabilize here.
He's got an annul here, so even if Oath comes out, or Horn of Greed comes out, or another Vice comes
Hmm.
out, he should be good.
Okay, and Drew's down to 10 already, so that's
Yeah, that Exalted Angel is gonna get in
a couple
there.
more turns. Yeah.
Second morph. Ooh, I don't know if I agree with dropping the second morph, but
Tapping out for that.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be another upheaval in his future.
Right, right. I mean, and Ben has interaction in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like
Yeah,
Drew
he's really
is
trying to close
drawing
the game.
blanks. He's hitting like annuls and
Okay.
naturalizes and stuff. So
Okay.
port. I think Ray Ogres are just gonna get there.
Yeah, I've seen Ben play that way to kind of take calculated risks in certain spots. I think in another match he did something similar, like tapping out for a decree against Burn.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it definitely seems to be part of his play style.
Just go for it, yeah. Oh, there's the black
Yeah.
vice, but Ben this time the difference is this time Ben has mana open and cards to interact with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay. Cool. So we get a game 3.
nice. Love to see it. So let's see here. I don't see an oath in his hand, but there's like no way. I don't know. Were I these two players, if I were Ben, I would just shove a bunch of cards in my sideboard and then pull out the things I'm not gonna play, just to like try and
Uh-huh.
juke Drew on the Exalted Angel plan.
Sure. Yeah, I guess if you have like a sideboard juke like that, that's kind of what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I cut that out, so I don't know if that actually happened or not. I'm gonna assume not.
Hmm.
Okay, so Wasteland and
Yeah.
Cyclo Gaia's Blessing. Okay, seems pretty good. Interesting that Standstill is not at its best against the 30 land deck.
No, I guess Drew doesn't have any actual man lands, but he does have ways to shut down Ben's.
I think he had Treetop
Um,
Villages. Let me check his list. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, wow.
yeah, it seems like he should. I'm surprised
I mean,
he doesn't
what do you
have
not
them, but
play though? Like it's by having 30 lands. Like you're
yeah.
gonna cut like basics. Like ugh, that does not seem good. Plus, it comes in play
Hmm.
tapped, which means you're not casting exploration with it. Like
Yeah, that's true.
that's not
Yeah, not
ideal.
as good with upheaval, I guess.
Well,
Kind of
seeing as
thing.
how we're not the ones who won the tournament, I guess we're probably in the wrong.
Probably, yeah. I'm just used to seeing treetop in these kind of like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
big land oath
Yep.
decks, but
No doubt. No
makes
doubt.
sense not to play it.
Maybe Drew should have gone to 34. I don't know.
Maybe. You could always cut impulse.
He could, which would be a terrible choice. Terrible choice, but he'd be allowed to do it. Okay, so both players making the land drops. Ben using Impulse to kind of smooth out his draws. He's got a lot of basics, notably this time. That
Yeah,
Wasteland is
been
looking very
laughing at that
forlorn.
wasteland.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I think I caught a glimpse of a Teferi's response in Drew's hand. Let's
Okay.
see if Ben plays into it. That'll be some dangerous things going on
Hmm.
here.
Yeah, if he starts trying to dust bowl.
Which he's going to want to do against his Rashad imports.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, Teferi's response on a dust bowl is the most brutal
it is
situation.
very
It's even
unfair.
worse.
It is very unfair.
Even worse than a port.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so got the port for
All
the
right.
island. Yep. Okay.
Trading impulses here.
Mm-hmm. Good card.
Good.
Especially in replenish.
Some would say.
Mm-hmm. All right. I don't think I saw an Exalted Angel in Ben's hand, but we there's no Oath in Drew's, so
Meddling Mage would also be a decent creature sideboard card to have.
very
This
much so.
matchup.
Yeah. Oh, this is. I don't know how I feel about this standstill. Um,
Hmm. I mean,
oh, Drew just lets it go.
Drew
Okay.
can't win under a standstill.
No, but he can.
So
He's
he
gonna make
can.
land drops a lot longer than Ben is,
That is true. Yeah.
and by the time Ben is gonna be like cycling Decree for enough to actually matter, Drew's
Hmm.
just gonna be able to have the mana to Upheaval and do all this stuff. Although he has to resolve Upheaval, which is not gonna be the easiest thing to do
Hmm.
against a deck with as many hard counters as Ben has.
Right.
Okay, so we got the
Even keeping
Wastelands.
standstill in against the Vice deck is risky, but
Mm-hmm. Interesting that Drew's not leaving up the blue mana for Teferi's response. Like, I guess there's no real reason to do so at the moment, but
hmm
well, he's got an
yeah, I
island
guess
now.
seems like he could be
Yeah,
kind of free.
he's got it now, so that's good.
Mm,
Cycled Decree for
mm,
3. Okay. Ben can put some pressure on Drew.
mm-hmm. That's gonna make him do something.
Mm-hmm. Draws up a cycle. Okay, so this is up. This is in the upkeep. I lost track of where we
Oh,
were
I
in the
see.
turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was on Ben's upkeep. Ah, that's gonna be.
Okay.
That is
Shields are
dangerous.
down in that
Yeah.
case. Yeah.
Yep. Like Ben will get to draw 3 cards, but I don't know that he has anything to do with those 3 cards. He does not have an
Hmm.
annul. Notably, Drew doesn't
Yeah.
have an expiration though, so he's not going to really be able to like abuse this upheaval. But he does have the Black Vice,
Hmm.
so yeah, I
Oh,
see. He
okay.
just moved the upheaval to the front of his hands. I think he's going to float a mana. Um.
Yeah. And Ben's gonna draw 3 extra cards that he probably doesn't
Mm-hmm.
actually want.
Mm-hmm. 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 Big ups. It's been playing Envelop. Unfortunately, not. That'll learn him.
Underrated sideboard card.
Really is. Really is. Stops a lot of very powerful cards.
Hmm.
I think in with replenish being so prominent nowadays, I foresee that being a much more common sideboard card. All right, so the Black
Yeah, it
Vice.
seems reasonable.
I did not get a chance to count how many permanents been returned. I think
Oh
it was like
boy.
5 or 6, but I think we're looking at a Vice hit for
Yeah.
like 7. I'm gonna spitball there.
Okay.
He's doing the right thing. Count
Casual
above 4.
7.
So I think it was more like 9. Let's see what
This
was it.
reminds me. Okay. This reminds me of playing the Temporal Fissure
Oh,
Storm deck. I love a good
10,
more than 3 damage
11.
Black Vice hit. Feels good.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think this is pretty
Wow.
locked up.
I think that was 9 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oof.
Oh no, it was 11. It
13
was
cards
11
in
because he was
hand.
at 19. Yeah.
Oh, was
So
it? Oh man.
yeah. So Ben gets ported next turn, goes to 5, and then maybe has the white source and a disenchant on the next turn. But he's taking 2 hits
Hmm.
off this vice. So he's gonna get like 2. That is
Yeah.
not where you want to be. I guess. I mean, it's not like Drew's gonna shock him or anything or attack him with a treetop village. So I guess it'll be okay.
Yeah. Until the next Vice shows up.
Yeah, but that's a problem for future Ben to deal with.
Oh yeah.
All right, discarding a bunch of sweet, beautiful cards.
Ah. Oh
Discarding the
man.
Dust Bowl. Ooh, no, he's thinking about keeping the Dust Bowl. Don't do it, Ben. It's a trap. You'll get Temperance response. Okay, there we go. Good.
Oh, that's too smart.
Yep, wisely getting rid of the Flooded Strand because every life point's going to matter now against this Black Vice.
Hmm.
Ben is ported. He takes 3, going to 5. Next turn takes 3, going to 2, and I guess we'll see if he has a Disenchant or not. Because Drew notably has no interaction for things like Disenchant. Uh-oh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
chooses to go off port, play Horn Agreed. Is that a May or is that a mandatory draw?
It is mandatory, but Ben had the disenchant in
Okay,
his hand, so that actually saves
okay,
him a little bit of damage.
that's good
Saves him
news. Yep.
1. So then he goes to draw. If Drew has another Vice though. It's going to be bad news bears for Ben.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
Yeah,
Ben
double
actually has
port
some. He
here
might have a
is
null in his hands. That might be
0-2.
something.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see the Vice. Let's go for the port. Okay, so he's playing around something here.
Porting main phase 1.
Yeah. Oh, he did have Vice. Okay, it
Oh,
was hidden in there.
okay.
Nice. Excellent match.
And
Well played
that's
by both
GG's.
players. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sweet. Yeah, sweet games.
Salted
Upheaval is
Angel.
just the kind of thing you want to be seeing in pre-modern, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Mm-hmm.
blood pumping.
Okay, so he did board out his oats and did not bring them back in. Very interesting. Yeah, just board out all the
Hmm.
creatures. Yeah, so he's just straight up on black vices.
Yeah, the whole package. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. The Exalted Angels almost got Ben there. I think that was a really good idea.
yeah.
It's so mana intensive, and I think Ben may have gotten trapped in the idea of I have to morph this now, like during his upkeep,
Mm.
rather than just
Hmm.
waiting a couple turns and attacking with tutus.
Yeah,
Because that left him open to
yeah.
a
The
lot of
3 mana
stuff.
tutus, like the tutus were fine, honestly, because
Mm-hmm.
he has no real answer to him.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess the life gain is nice for racing a vice, but
Yeah, but not necessary most of the time. I don't know. It was a very cool match.
yeah,
Very cool
yeah,
deck from Drew.
yeah.
Landstill is Landstill, but any final thoughts on the match?
No, that was sweet. That was great to watch.
Yeah, and luckily we have
Good stuff.
one more match to watch of Drew in this event, so that'll be pretty cool.
I
Uh,
wonder who he's playing against.
some very
Hmm.
skilled and handsome young man.
Oh, sure, yeah. Some other blue-white chump, probably.
Actually, it was another Blade Trump. Actually, yeah, I think it was actually Ben. I was trying to.
Yeah, yeah.
Did he play both Ben? Yeah, he. I think he crushed both the Bens. I don't remember though.
Okay. Yeah, well, he crushed me too, so.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, he did very well against the Blue White decks. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to get notifications about future videos. And we will see you next time. For Andy and I, have a good rest of the day.
Later, guys.